Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about mineral requirements in plant. So we are aware that plants, they perform the process of photosynthesis, and in the process of photosynthesis, plants, they produce carbohydrates. Okay. The carbohydrate which is actually produced in the process of photosynthesis is glucose. So we are aware that plants, they perform photosynthesis and they produce a carbohydrate called glucose. Now you know the function of carbohydrates. These carbohydrates are actually energy giving food. So these carbohydrates are mainly involved in the process of respiration in order to release energy for various life processes in both plants as well as in animals, actually in all living organisms. Okay. But apart from carbohydrates, plants, they also need other nutrients like proteins, lipids, nucleic acids. Then plants, they also require minerals and vitamins. Okay. Vitamins are required by plant in very less amount, and the most important vitamin for plants is vitamin C. Okay. But apart from vitamins, plants, they need continuous supply of proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, and then various minerals. Okay. Like potassium, nitrogen, then they need calcium, magnesium, sodium, etc. Okay. If you recall your unit 4, that is biomolecules. So there you have studied that, for example, protein. So proteins are composed of various elements like carbon. Okay. Then it has hydrogen, oxygen, and a very important element, that is nitrogen. Okay. So nitrogen is a very important element present in proteins. Now, sometimes some proteins, they also have sulfur in them. Okay. Similarly, when we talk about fats, so fats, they have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in it. Okay. And apart from this, the carbohydrate itself has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in it. So in order to synthesize protein, for example, if plant has to synthesize protein, plants, they need these elements, that is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, etc. Okay. Now how does plants, they actually get these minerals? Okay. How plants, they get these minerals in their body? So plants, they actually absorb these minerals from soil. Okay. So plants, they have roots are having root hairs. You have studied this in your lower classes. And these root hair cells, they actively absorb mineral ions from the soil. So whenever plants, they absorb water from the soil, these mineral ions are actually dissolved in the water. Okay. They are dissolved in the water, and while absorbing water from the soil, plants, they also absorb mineral ions from the surrounding soil with the help of root hair cells. Okay. So one thing you should understand is mineral is the term which is used to describe any naturally occurring inorganic substance. Okay. So we're not talking about here carbon. Any inorganic substance which is occurring naturally is known as mineral. This you have studied in your chemistry also, about elements and minerals. So as per your IGCSE syllabus, you have to actually focus on 2 mineral ions for the plants. Okay, so these 2 mineral ions are highly important for plants, and plants, they absorb both of these mineral ions from soil with the help of root hair cells. Okay, so the first mineral ion is magnesium. Magnesium, the function of magnesium is needed to make chlorophyll. Now you're aware that chlorophyll is a green color pigment present in all the leaves of the plant, and this chlorophyll is very important because it provides green color to the plant. Chlorophyll actually absorbs light energy during the process of photosynthesis, and plants uses this light energy in order to synthesize carbohydrates. Okay, so magnesium ion or magnesium mineral ion is important for the synthesis of chlorophyll. And why chlorophyll is important? Chlorophyll is required in order to trap sunlight energy for the process of photosynthesis. Okay. And in case if there is no sufficient amount of magnesium available to the plant, if there is a deficiency of magnesium ion to the plant, so what will happen? This causes yellowing between veins of the leaves. Okay, and this disease is called chlorosis. So what this disease is known as in plants, this is called chlorosis. And chlorosis is nothing but the yellowing of leaves, or you can say the yellowing of veins. Okay, the veins which are present in plants. So yellowing of veins is known as chlorosis. And why it gets yellowish? That's obvious, because there's lack of magnesium ion. So if there's lack of magnesium ion, obviously the number of chlorophyll molecules present in the leaves will be lesser, because magnesium ions are required for the formation of chlorophyll. Hence, what happens is there is yellowing of leaves. Okay. The next very important mineral ion is nitrate. Nitrate ion, that is NO3 negative, nitrate ions. Okay. From this nitrate ion, plants, they actually use nitrogen, and this nitrogen is needed to make amino acids. Okay, and amino acids are required to build protein. Now you have studied in unit biomolecules that proteins are actually made up of many different amino acids which are linked with each other with the help of peptide bonds. Okay, so for example, if you have this amino acid 1, amino acid 2, amino acid 3, so all these amino acids are linked with a bond called peptide bond, and together all these amino acids forms a long chain which can be termed as protein. Okay, so proteins are made up of different amino acids, and in order to make amino acids we need a very important element which is known as nitrogen. Okay, so plants, they acquire nitrogen from soil in the form of nitrate ions, or sometimes nitrite ions also. Okay, and in case there is a deficiency of this nitrate ion, so what will happen? It will cause stunted growth. Okay, it will cause stunted growth. Stunted growth means the growth will stop, or you can say, the growth will not be appropriate. Appropriate in the sense, the growth of the plant will not grow properly. Okay, the leaves or the stem or any other part of the plant will be lesser in size compared to the plant which is receiving all the minerals, or you can say the plant which has the complete or the full supply of nitrate ions. Okay, and it also causes yellowing of leaves. Now you have studied in previous classes that protein is very important, because protein is known as bodybuilding food in every living organism. Okay, because proteins, they helps in formation of cell membrane. They are required for the formation of enzymes, hormones, okay, etc., etc. So hence proteins are known as bodybuilding food, and that's the reason when there is a deficiency of nitrate ions, no nitrogen is available in order to make amino acids, and hence what will happen? These amino acids will not be sufficient to make proteins, and it will cause stunted growth and yellowing of leaves in plant. So these two mineral ions you have to remember. As per your IGCSE syllabus, you should understand their function and then understand that the deficiency of these mineral ions, how it's going to affect plants. Now this next image gives you the pictorial representation of deficiency of ions, how it affects the plants. For example, this is a plant. Okay, in center they have given a plant, and this plant is receiving all the nutrients. Okay, it's receiving all the nutrients from the water or from surrounding environment, and hence it will have healthy growth. Now, for example, if this plant has magnesium ion deficiency, okay, so what will happen? Because of the magnesium ion deficiency, no chlorophyll will be present here. Why? Because magnesium ion is needed to make chlorophyll, and when there is no chlorophyll, what will happen? It will cause yellowing between the veins of the leaves. Okay, for example, if this is the leaf, okay, and this is these are the veins, so what will happen? In between two veins, what will happen? Yellowing will happen. I mean, yellowish color you can find out because of the lack of chlorophyll. Okay, and chlorophyll is very important for a plant, because chlorophyll helps to absorb light for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, and this disease in plants where yellowish color or yellowing happens between veins is known as chlorosis. And the next is, if there's any deficiency of nitrate ions, that is NO3 negative, what will happen? NO3 negative is needed to make amino acids. Okay, and if there are lesser amino acids proteins will be less. Okay, amino acids are needed to make protein, and if there is no protein, it will not cause any growth in the plant. Okay, so what will happen? Because of lesser protein, it causes stunted growth and yellowing between the leaves, because there is no protein or no nitrate ions. Okay, so I hope this topic is clear to you guys. In next video, we are going to discuss some of the very important past paper questions from Unit 6, Plant Nutrition. Take care till then. Bye-bye.